Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kickoff. Over here on the right we find Mitchell, over on the left we find Carvin. I'm your host, my name is Mario. Every week we talk about our shared passion, which is, for me, soccer, my team is Manchested United, Juventus and Norwich City. You might ask, who the hell is Norwich City? We ask ourselves that every single week. But, we like to give them a little bit of stick.
And that's why I always have a lot more prepared so that people know exactly who Norwich City is.
They must be informed.
Exactly.
They need to be informed.
So, Mitchell, could you please tell us what are the upcoming fixtures for Norwich? And, what do you think of it?
Well, I was just going to quickly kick off to say about the latest signing for Norwich City, which is our centre-back, Grant Henley. Yep. They got him in from Newcastle United for about $3.5 million. And he's a pretty decent centre-back. Right. He's a leader, which is what we need because we don't have closer at the moment. Yeah. So
you also need another 10 players. And
no.
At the same time,
the front line are pretty... No, it's not Mexico.
They should probably ask Donald Trump.
To give them help.
The front line is not the issue. Well, the build-up play for the front line is not the issue. The finishing for the front line is the issue, and just the back line.
Yeah,
because
major issue.
They're still trying to... Fark is a pretty decent manager. I just don't think that they're building on his philosophy at the moment. They don't know how to do it. So maybe we just need 3 centre-backs at the back and 2 wing-backs.
Play the 3, yeah.
Which might help.
Play the Conte system.
Because what's happening at the moment is the other teams are just booting the ball up the field and hoping to get in behind the centre-backs because the wing-backs have been so far up the field and even our centre-backs have been going up there. So if they have 3 at the back, then the wing-backs can do their job and just play as like wingers even. So maybe that's what they need to do. But Grant Henley, he's really good in the air. He's a leader and he's like used to the championship. So it's one good signing. Like probably the best signing we've had all summer.
Yep. Okay.
But so they're playing Birmingham City in the upcoming fixture. They're about 50-50 in regards to win to loss against each other. Mm-hmm. And but I think after the Massacre at Millwall, that Norwich will actually come out and...
Massacre.
Oh, no, that was a good... It's like you could write a Game of Thrones book about that one.
It was a massacre. It was just a matter of them booting the ball up the field and because our centre-backs were out of position. 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0.
It was a pathetic game. And the bad thing about it, we dominated possession. Build-up play, awesome. Backline, pretty pathetic because we don't have a leader at the back, which is what you need. So that's why I'm looking forward to Grant Henley being there. And once Closely comes back, we'll have 2 solid centre-backs at the back. So, but I think Norwich will probably, after all that, they'll go away from that and they'll have trained and maybe tweak things. I think Norwich will come out and probably win 3-1. They won't keep a clean sheet, but I have a feeling that they'll come out and
win 3-1.
Win 3-1. But yeah, that's Norwich.
That's Norwich in a nutshell?
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like an exciting match. So you think they're going to win 3-1?
Yep.
We're actually going to leave the predictions till the end of the show.
All right.
So just remind us who you're playing, and we'll get through that. What about Juventus cover?
I missed out on the last show, but you guys did a good job of filling in for my 2 Juve games, so I haven't said much about it. But we did have a signing just before the transfer window opened. So Benedict Howdes from Schalke, German international, can play left back, right back, and centre back, which is great flexibility for us. I'm happy with it. So it's a loan signing for the year, and then with the option, or I don't know if the obligation, but I think the option to buy. I think we will probably exercise. He's about 29 years old, so he's a solid, experienced sort of player.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about that. We put in our Champions League squad. Just backtrack a little bit. We left out Lichtsteiner, which was a surprise. Yeah. Only because we chose to put Asamoah in the Champions League squad, and he was on his way to Galatasaray until the last day of the transfer window.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's because of Allegri's hesitation at left back. We don't have anyone to back up Sandro. And Howdays can do it, but I don't know if he really wants to play him in that sort of position. So that was a major point. Chiellini went down injured
Oh, no, that's not good.
in the Italy training. International break, man.
Yeah.
It kills all top teams.
Yep.
There's always an injury after it. So he went down, so he might miss our next 2 games against Chievo and Barcelona.
Oh, wow.
So
That's best case scenario, though, isn't it? The missing out on the 2 games.
worst case, you mean, or best case?
Best case.
The worst case scenario would be the 2 games. We're predicting we'll try to bring him back. I would like to have him from the Barca game. I'm happy if he misses the Chievo game. Well, we have enough in defence to cover that. Because we drew Barcelona, Olympiacos, and I think Sporting Lisbon in our group.
Well, that's a tough group.
It is a tough group. And I think even Olympiacos they're a strong side in the Champions League. They always push teams. So it'll be a tough group to get through. And to start off against Barca, I think away is a bit of a tough. As much as is going on with them, they still have a quality team. So the other thing was the Chievo game, which is coming up. So we've been doing very well in terms of, not as well as I would have liked. We still have those issues in midfield, but you said it for me. Matuidi has been great coming off the bench.
Yep.
Just such an engine, constantly running. And he's been great in attack as well. He's really created something in attack for us. I'm really liking him. Marquise is injured, so I think he's going to slot in there quite nicely if Allegri gives him that opportunity. And Dybala, he's just been scoring.
I know. He's had his hat trick, and
He's got his hat trick, and he's scored I think 6 goals in 3 games now, like including the Super Copa. So
Worth every penny.
100%, and worth keeping him, and also worth giving him the number 10 because he's really taken that on board, and not just a speed from games. He's always injecting himself in midfield or just trying to get something done, which has been really good to see. So with Chievo, I'm predicting.
sorry, my
The
phone's like
vibrations,
completely.
It's been
It's
going
updating.
on. All those ladies are just
Oh, you know it,
All
son.
the other deals.
all the other deals. So I'm predicting a 3-0 win for us. I know it's a pretty strong prediction, but we've been scoring a lot of goals. Our defense should hold up. So I'm going to say 3-0.
Nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, with the international break, there's not too much going on, but it's a little bit of a recap. And yourself, Mr. Mario?
Sorry, I was just checking the Manchester United lineups for for the Champions League.
Right, yep.
I hadn't gotten updated on that, so I'll just leave this phone here. So with Manchester United, we're coming up versus Stoke City. Now, it was a tough draw for us last season. We actually drew with them twice, 1-0, both times.
Yep.
1-0, that's a draw.
my prediction the other
That's a
way.
Mitchell prediction.
That's a Mitchell prediction. Now, we've won 17 out of the 26 matches that we've played against them. I don't see us faltering this time around. I think we've been playing quite solid. Our attack is second to none at the moment in the Premier League.
You guys are just killing it.
Yeah, even though the Leicester City game, as I mentioned last week, was it was hard fought. It was an onslaught of attack.
Yeah.
So, between the massacre of Millwall and the onslaught of Leicester, geez, we do have enough for a book here. Now, as I was looking at my phone, we are versing Basel and the Champions League, followed by Moscow and Benfica. I think, honest opinion, Benfica is probably the hardest team out of that group.
I think you'll go through.
We should go through, I believe, that just the way we're playing. So it should be interesting to watch. But yeah, Manchester City guys, Manchester United.
Ooh, that's a bad mistake to make.
That's a bad mistake to make.
Wow.
Somebody burned my shirt.
Wow. I'm glad it's on video and on YouTube. Yeah, I know.
But I think we should beat them comfortably.
Do you think the international break will have affected you guys any in regards to how you're going to be playing when you come back from it.
Maybe our momentum will be halted a little bit, but I still think we have a brilliant team, and just the way we've won the matches in the previous weeks.
I have so many issues with the international break at this stage of the season.
Yeah.
It just started. Why?
It just sort of halts everything.
It does. I mean, it's not necessary right now. You know, it's just really isn't necessary right now.
So let me ask you a question before we go on to the topic of the show. You guys know me, the Argentina thing is there for a reason. Argentina is struggling to qualify for the World Cup. They actually drew 0-0 against Uruguay in Montevideo. So what do you think are the chances of Argentina actually directly qualifying or qualifying at all?
I think they'll qualify. Directly qualify is a tough one. If they play the Oceania winners, they're going to win, and they're going to go through. There's no one in Oceania that's going to beat them. Directly qualify, I'm not too sure. I think Sampaoli's going to take a while to get what he wants out of that team.
Yep.
I know you want new players, but that's not going to happen. He's got to do with what he has at the moment. So I don't know if he can fix that up in the next few games or not, but yeah, I think they'll qualify though.
Okay. I'm glad you're optimistic.
No, I really like. I do like Argentina. I think they.
Categorically, I think that they won't go through directly.
Okay, so they're going to go playoffs against New Zealand more than likely.
Yeah, and if they are playing New Zealand, well, New Zealand is probably the best that they've got in Oceania at the moment. So you guys should qualify via the playoffs pretty much.
What about you?
Well, look, we have matches against Venezuela, Peru, and Ecuador. I don't see how we can lose against Venezuela and Peru, although it has happened in the past. But realistically, like when things are on the line, I would imagine Argentina will put their boots on and actually start scoring the damn goals. The only tough opponent that I see is Ecuador. Ecuador are very strong, and depending on where we play, I'm not sure if we play in Buenos Aires or we play over there in La Paz. I think. Oh God, I'm sorry if I got that wrong. It'll be difficult to win up there, and I can see them knocking us out. I don't like our chances. I honestly don't. I think the team is tired, old, and weak. I know I'm being brutal, but it's the honest truth. We've been subpar as of late, and even the injection of the new coach was just a bit too late. We had this other moronic idiot being the coach, and he was rubbish, and now we all have to pay for it. I don't think we're qualifying.
Wow.
Was the last win the one that you had with the friendly, or the supposed friendly against
one.
Brazil?
Yeah, 1-0, but it was a friendly. There is no friendlies between Brazil and Argentina, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth mentioning.
It would just be devastating if
because it was a pretty sloppy game from Argentina. They were lucky to go ahead.
We were lucky. Look, I think Argentina actually played well in that game, better than I've seen them play in a very long time. I was surprised that Brazil didn't actually thrash us, because they should have. But so I was optimistic, but then with Uruguay, man, like, I really don't see it. I really don't. It hurts me. It hurts me a lot.
Brazil have been scary good. Yeah. I think it's like 27 goals for and only 2 against. It's like something ridiculous.
Yeah.
That should be interesting to watch anyway. I mean, it'll be devastating for me if they don't get through. But
I think they will. I honestly think they will.
So,
on to the trivia.
Topic of the show?
Oh, the topic of the show. I forgot about that.
Presented by Mitchell.
So the topic of the show, guys, is the whole transfer deadline window, as to whether it should be finished before the season starts, or whether you're quite content with how it's going at the moment.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it?
I think that it should be finished before the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives an unfair advantage to teams with a lot more money. If you're doing the transfer window August, June, July, August, September.
Mm.
I just think that it's a ridiculous time to be doing it. And
so are you saying shorten the window, or are you saying
put the window back? So you still have about the same amount of time.
So just do it in the off season.
In the off season, yeah.
Well, I honestly think I would say it's a good idea. Just so teams know who exactly they have, like who managers know exactly who they have for the season. Like Well, the perfect example now, Coutinho and Barcelona.
Yeah, we were all wrong.
We were all wrong, but that's because Liverpool just said no. But you have so now the problem that they have is that they have a player that doesn't want to be there. That has been forced to stay, and how like that will affect the dynamic of the team, of the players that are around him. All of them are going to know that he doesn't want to be there, and once you express your intent to leave, it's really hard to get accepted back into that team chemistry.
Course, yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I would say it is best to just get the transfers over and done with before the season starts. Some of them start before others. So have that deadline for all of them. They're all in Europe, right? So, plonk it down.
Yep.
And just get it over and done with, because it's ridiculous that Liverpool will suffer. Arsenal didn't let Alexis Sanchez go to Manchester City at the end of the deadline. So now Alexis Sanchez comes back from international break and has to go back to a
team he doesn't want to play for.
Yeah, exactly. A team that has no prospects. Everybody wants to leave Arsenal at the moment. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think the only issue would be the different starting times for the leagues. So Serie A, I think, started about 2 weeks after the Prem League. So, if you set that at the Prem League before the Prem League season, then there's 2 weeks where Italian teams can't do anything. And, in the last week or 2 weeks in preseason, people can go down injured, and then can't even loan a player. So that's where there could be a bit of an issue. So where would you set the start date at, the end date at? But I like it. I think in theory it works really well. In theory it would be fantastic not to have player movement and big teams losing players, or even small teams losing players and going, where the hell am I going to get cover from? I don't have time now. The season started. It really stops that from that issue from coming up. But having a date across the board, it's a bit tough.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing that I could think of.
Yeah, maybe if they ended a week before the start of the season, it would help out.
Week before the start of which season?
They all start at
different times.
Yeah, I know, but
So maybe pick the one that starts the latest and a week, or like the week of. I don't know. It's a bit hard, but then that's 3 weeks into the Premier League.
Yeah.
Maybe just make all of the season start at the same time.
Yeah.
That could be something. That's something. That's an idea.
Then it comes down to each each
federation
being like, we wanted it this time because of this and that, and
it gets a little bit complicated.
And it'd be interesting to see what the reason for them having it going deep in, not that this deep into the start of the seasons.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Could it be the South America as well? That might play a factor in that.
Maybe there is something about the 1st of June. I know that's a factor. To do with the South American release of players, something like that.
It could be that.
So I think that there's significant dates that come into play based on work permits and things like that.
Well, if you're a viewer of the show and you know why this happens, leave us a comment. Let us know. We'd like to know.
Yeah, love to.
Yeah. So I think it is finally time for trivia time.
And guess what, guys? Mitchell can't lose today because he's actually giving us a question.
All right,
be fair, mate. Be fair.
Okay, so
all right, I'll look straight so I don't look at your sheet.
Okay, so I got my first Premier League start.
Oh, he's going straight into it.
Yeah. Damn.
All right, damn. Okay, all right.
I got my first Premier League start at Tottenham Hotspurs.
Okay.
Michael Carrick.
No. Does that mean?
I get the next guess.
You get a free guess.
Yeah. I'll wait for a while.
I had to.
And this is perfect for you. I made it into the Sierra A Team of the Year in the 2011-12 season.
Started at Tottenham, made it from the 2011-12 Team of the Year.
So he didn't start off at the Premier League though. That's what I'm saying. He got his first Premier League start at Tottenham Hotspurs.
Okay.
He was playing before.
Is that his first professional start? I don't
No.
No. Okay. Wow. Okay, that doesn't help any. Tottenham. Why Tottenham? What?
Well done.
Was that a curveball?
It's got to be obscure so you don't get it straight away.
Yeah,
so.
but Jesus, obscure. Then do I need to guess now?
No. There's another question.
Yeah. My first ever international goal came in the 2012 Super Classico against rivals Argentina, who we beat 2-1.
Super Classico Argentina. So it's a Brazilian player.
Ronaldinho. I'm
Imagine Ronaldinho playing for Tottenham. Wow.
Which Brazilian played for Tottenham?
And then played in Serie A.
It's not necessarily in that order, though.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Fuck me, dude.
This guy.
I know. It's like...
If I did the Sierra one first, you would have got it straight away.
Okay.
Okay, so he
2011,
played,
2012.
so he played... No, but you said... Oh, no, you didn't give us a year for Tottenham. Okay. So his first Premier League debut... No, not him. Okay.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, I scored my first ever career hat-trick in the 2018 World Cup qualifiers against Uruguay.
How the hell am I meant to know this?
Oh.
You know it. Dun, dun, dun.
Do you want to keep on going?
You can't buy attention like this, folks. Yeah, keep going.
I made my move to Barcelona in 2017, 40 million euros.
Paulinho.
Yeah.
Who the hell's
I
that?
was trying to think of the... I was trying to think of the... Yeah, okay, yeah.
Carvin got it.
Well done,
Well
Carl. I still don't know who this guy is.
You don't know who Paulinho is?
I have no idea who all the Ineos are. They're all the same to me. They just blend.
He got signed by Barcelona and had 0 shirt sales in the first week.
And his release clause was set at 120 million euros. And Barcelona activated that release clause in order to get him.
What's his name?
Paulinho.
Is that the guy with the big nose? Like with the mullet sort of looking? No, that's Gustavo something.
No.
I have no idea who this person is. Oh well, there you
I
go.
thought you would have got it.
Why would I know a Brazilian player?
Wow, you really made it hard for us though with the question. The question.
I played for Tottenham and then I went to Serie A. No, I never went to
But
Serie A.
not in that order.
I started in Serie A.
I never said that he went in that order though. He started in Sierra.
What were your other?
And then he went.
What were your other hints? No, that was...
Yeah.
The last hint that was my last hint.
Okay.
I'm glad you got it. I had no idea who this person was.
But then I just would have said my first name starts with Paul, and then you probably would have got it.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
I got the Brazilian.
That's who I was thinking of when you had said the hat trick. I'm like, I remember it was. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. I was like, who's a not useless, but the Barca fans hate that they signed him. Basically, they wanted like a major midfielder, and they got Paulinho. They want. He's a good player, but he's not what they need.
He's not world class.
No,
Well, not for Barcelona.
Yeah,
anyway.
not for what Barca need. Yeah.
Excellent. So prediction times, guys. So Norwich City.
Well, where have I gone? I had
You're playing Millwall?
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah, so I'm predicting. Do you want me to just do all my predictions for all the games?
I thought you only had a prediction for one game.
No, I've got a prediction for your game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Do that. Yeah.
So for Juventus, I've got 3 to Juventus and 2 to Chievo, if that's how you say it.
3-2. Wow. Okay.
Oh, do you have a lot of faith in Kievo? All right, cool.
Well, they've been looking like they've been doing pretty well. They've won 1, drawn 1, lost 1.
Yeah. No,
They had a decent percentage in shot rates. So.
I'd be very disappointed with 3-2 win, but yeah. Okay.
Norwich, I've got 3-1.
Yep.
And Man Stoke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to go 2-1 for Man U versus Stoke.
All right.
Because I think the international break's going to have a bit of an effect on your momentum.
Fair enough. Hopefully the what is it? The chosen one, the promised one. I can't remember Mourinho's
The
chosen one. Yeah. Hopefully, he rolls off on the players. So I'll go next. Norwich City against Birmingham City.
Yeah.
Battle of the Ages. Gonna have to say I'm gonna have to say Birmingham beats them 2-0. Norwich City are just atrocious at defending. So I'm sorry. But yeah, I think they're losing. Juventus against Kievo. I think a 3-0 scoreline would be suffice. Manchester United versus Stoke City. My prediction is 3-1.
Okay. It's a tough one with Norwich. I think I predicted against them last couple of predictions. I got a couple right, but
That's why you're winning on 7 points.
yeah, but I don't know how Birmingham's going. I think that's going to be a theme of this guessing game that we're playing. I don't know. I need to follow the championship a bit more.
Would you like to play
I'm
a
following
game?
your team. You're not even following mine.
I think it's a bit easy to follow you, mate. No, your team I know, but I'm talking about the opponents. Yeah. But you did know about Kiev. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3-1 against Norwich.
Jesus, I feel so bad for you.
I do, but I did watch the highlights of that 4-0, and it was rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, the goal that was scored was just kindergarten defending. I don't know. Anyway, until that I see an improvement, I can't.
Yeah, well, that's why I think they're going to lose. I'm just being kind with the team.
That's why I called it the massacre of at Millwall. It was massacre. Man.
And for you guys,
The Lannisters were present.
I said 4-0, and so I said 4-1, and I got it.
You're so close.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna go 3-0 for Man U. And then for Juve, I had 3-0 for Juve as well.
Okay, 3-0.
Yeah.
All right, Os. Lock it in.
Eddie.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, now we're getting sued. That show belongs to us. It's all part of the AFL.
Eddie Guerrero.
Maguire.
Eddie. Oh, jeez, I'm trying to save us from the lawsuit, you idiot.
So with that in mind, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the show. And
What's your predictions?
I already did mine.
Did you?
Gee, he doesn't even listen.
How many
to
minutes
us.
has he had to drink?
I don't listen to you.
Yeah, it's alright, it shows. So with that in mind, guys, hope you've enjoyed the show, and until next week, have a good day.
Later on.